Hello students, welcome back. In the last session, we have discussed strings. In that we have discussed what is string, how string is declared and created in Java programming language, that we have discussed in the last session. In today's session, we'll continue our discussion of string and we will discuss string methods. So string manipulation, it is one of the important parts in the string, and the string manipulation can be done by using different methods which are provided by the string class. So string class provides us with so many methods. In today's session we will discuss some commonly used methods from string class. So let's start. Okay, these are some commonly used string methods. The first method is char at, and if you look at the return type of this, the return type is character, and this method takes one integer argument, that is the index of a character. So what this method does, as the name suggests, char at, it simply returns a character at the index position specified here. So if we create a string, as we know, string, it is made up of characters, and every character in a string, it is stored at a particular index position. For example, okay, look at the string. Suppose we have a string Java. So this string contains 4 characters, and the first character in the string, that is J, it is located at the index position 0. Second is at the index position 1, same way the third at index position 2, and the fourth character, it is at index position 3. So every character in a string has a particular index associated with it. And if you want to know which character is at index position 0 or index position 1, 2 or 3, you can go for a method that is character at. You just send the index position to it and it will give you the character at that particular index position. Now all the methods one by one, we will even execute it and we will look at the output. So I have already typed the program here. Just look at this program. So string demo. In the main, I have created a string here, Java is awesome, and in system.out.println you can see we have used the first function, the first method, character at. So how it can be used? The name of a string, that is str dot character at, and if I pass the position, say index position 0, what is at the index position 0 in the string? You can see this is our string. At index position 0 we have J, and this character at will print, or it will return, J. Now let us execute and see. Okay, let me compile this. Now you can see when I execute it, it is returning me J, because at index position 0 we have a character J. Same way if I change the index position here, if I say instead of 0, if I say index position 3, let me saved, and again compile it, and now if I execute it, can you guess what it will return? Yes, it is returning A this time, because at position 3 we have a character A. You can see here we have J at position 0, 1 that is A, 2 it is V, and 3 it is A again. So at index position 3 we have A. So that is the method char at. Then the next method, you can see the next method, it is method length. As the name suggests, returns the length of a string, that simply returns number of characters in the string. The return type here, it is integer, because it returns a number, So return type is integer. So let me show you. Okay, so instead of char at, if I say length, okay, and if I execute it now, again we need to compile it and let us execute it. Okay, so now what do you think is the output of this particular statement? Now the output is 18, because there are 18 characters in the string here. So our string is Java is awesome. If you count the characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, even space is considered as a character. So first 4, then we have one space in between. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So totally there are 18 characters, and that is the reason when I say str.length, it has written me 18. So that will give us length of a string. The next function, it is substring. Substring, it is the part of a string, part of a original string we can retrieve by using substring, and to the substring we can pass one argument. The argument is beginning index. So we can pass an argument that is the beginning index, and from that beginning index till the end it will copy a string and it will create a new string, or it will return a substring. So return substring for a given begin index. Now let me show you this. Substring. Now we have to pass here the beginning index. Suppose I want only awesome. I want to remove awesome from it. I want to create a substring. Then I need to pass a beginning index, that is the index of A here. So index, what is the index of A? Here it starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 is the index of A. So I'll pass here 8. Now from index position 8 till the index position, the length of a string, that is 18, it will simply create a substring, a new string you can say, and it will return it. That is the method substring. Now again I'll show you the output of this. Now look at the output. It is returning this awesome. So like this we can have a substring from a complete string. A part of a string can be retrieved by using substring. Okay, we have a similar method here, one more method with the same name. As you know, method with the same name, it is called as method overloading. So we have overloaded method in the string class, again the substring method, but the number of arguments are different here. In the earlier method it was taking only one argument. In this substring method it is taking two arguments, and the first argument it is same, that is beginning index, and it is having one more argument, that is integer argument ending index. So we can create a substring by passing two indexes also, that is the start and the end. From this particular position till this position I want a substring. For that I can use the second substring method which takes two arguments. Let us see. Suppose I want to retrieve only is, I want to remove is from the complete string. For that, how I can use substring? If you look at the position of I here, it is index position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So starting index I have to specify 5, and then ending index, if I specify 6, let us see what it returns. I'll save it. Start and end I have specified. and if I compile it and execute it again, now you can see it is returning me only I, but I need I and S, so I need to pass here 7. So from index position 5 till index position 7, actually the ending index position -1 it takes. So even when I say 7, it will take characters at index position 5 and 6, that is I and S. So now if I compile it and execute it, you can see it is returning me is. So we can create a substring also by passing the beginning index and the ending index. Okay, that is about the method substring. Then we have a method concat. Okay, concat method, as the name says, it simply concatenates or joins two different strings. So concat, and we have to pass a string as an argument to it. So what it does, it joins the two different strings and it returns a new string, that is the concatenated string. So let us see how we can use concat. So if I say str dot concat, in bracket we need to pass one more string with which we want to concat the str. So I'll say Python, the string, the original string is Java is awesome, so I'll add one more string there, language, and okay. Now you can see. So we are saying str.concat and in bracket we have passed a string as language. So what it does, it concatenates Java is awesome with language, means it joins both and it returns a new string. So let me show you. Compile, executed. Now you can see it has written as Java is awesome language. So we can concat, we can combine two strings into a single one by using a method called as concat here. Okay, so that is about concat. Next is the method replace. As the name suggests, replace simply replaces all occurrences of the specified character value. Now what it takes, the arguments, it takes two characters. The first is old character and the second is new character. Means we have to send the character which we want to change, and in second argument we have to send a new character with which we want to change the old character. So that is replace, and after replacing the old character with a new character, it returns a complete string, new string it will return. So return type here it is string. Okay, let us see. Suppose this is that string Java is awesome and I want to replace this J in the string with K. I want to make Java as Kava. So what I can do is I can use the method replace. Okay, replace, in bracket we have to pass the character, the old character here it is J, and I want to replace J with a new character, say K. So two arguments we have to pass to it, and replace method simply replaces all occurrences of J in the string with K and it returns a new string. So let us again compile it. Okay, there is an error. The error is, you can see here, bracket is missing, one more bracket, and save it. Again I'll compile it. Okay, So let us execute. You can see the new string which it has written to us. Kava is awesome. Okay, the next method is equals ignore case, and what it does, it compares another string. It doesn't check the case. Okay, so equals, there are two methods actually, equals and equals ignore case. What equals method does, equals method simply checks for equality of two strings. If both the strings are equal, it simply returns a value true, otherwise it returns a value false. And there is one more method, that is equals ignore case. In equals method actually, even it checks for case of the characters, capital and small case it is considered as different in case of equals method. But in case of equals ignore case, the case of characters it is ignored. So capital and small it is considered as same. So let us look at this equals method first, then equals ignore case. And this method equals or equals ignore case takes one argument, that is string, as argument. Okay, suppose we have one more string, say string str1 is equals to, I'll copy paste it, I'll say instead of Java I'll say Kava. So this is our second string, and if I want to compare both the strings for equality, I may use equals method. Str dot equals in bracket str1. So I'm checking the string str if it is equals to str1, and in this case, looking at the values of string str and str1, you can see both are having different values, means both are different. So this should return value, the return value of equals as false. Let us see what it returns. Compile. Okay, there is an error. What error we are having? Semicolon is missing. So let us give a semicolon. Okay, compile it again and execute. Now you can see what it has written. It has written false because both the strings are different. Now if I make both the strings as same, okay, if I change this Kava with Java and if I execute it again, now look at the output, what it is returning? True. That means both the strings are same. So equal method returns true if both the strings are same. Okay, now let me make one more change in this. Now here J is capital, I'll make it as small now. Now can you tell me what it will return? Will it return true or false? So let's see what it returns. Now you can see it is returning false, means it is saying both the strings are not equals. Both the strings are not equal. Now if you look at the string, you may say strings are equal, but there is a difference. The difference is in string str J is capital and in string str1 J is small. So that is the reason equals returning false. But if you don't want to consider the case of character, the capital and small you want to be considered as same, then you can go for one more method, that is equals ignore case. So you have to use equals ignore case, and now if you verify the output, this time it will return true, not false. Even though there is a difference in capital and small, it is returning true because case of a character is not considered. Okay, so let's go for the next method. The next method is split. As the name says, it simply splits the complete string into array of separate string. The return type, it is array, you can see. Okay, so splits the string, complete string, into multiple different strings, and it takes one argument, that is a regular expression actually. So we can pass a character based on which the string needs to be splitted into multiple strings. Like a character can be a space character. Based on space, we can split the string into multiple strings, and we can have some set of strings. So let us see how this works. Okay, see, this is a string, Java is awesome. Now we want to have we want to split the string into multiple separate strings based on space in between. So I want Java separate, is separate, and awesome separate. Now in between the character which we have, that is a space. So based on space, we want to split the string. So how it can be split? We are creating one more variable here of type string str1. Now we are creating an array of string. That is why we have array brackets here, because the return type of split, it is string array. You can see here the return type here, it is string array, and that is the reason we have created a string array here. Is equals to str.split, and you can see in double quotes I have given a space, means based on space I want to split the string into multiple separate strings. And after separating the strings, the new strings will be stored in this array str1. Now to print all the strings, separate string, I need to use a loop, because we have an array there, and the loop is used like this. For I is equals to 0, I is less than str1.length. So str1 is this, str1.length I plus plus, and then inside the loop system.out.println str1 of I. So initially it will print I is 0, means 0th element in the string it will be printed, that is Java. Java is stored at the 0th element in the str1. Then the second string, it is at array position, that is 1, and third is at array position 2. By using a loop, we can print all this separate strings on the screen. Now let me compile and show you. You can see the output, Java is awesome. Now 3 different strings we are having by using split here. So this is about split. The next method is index of, and we need to pass a character, and this method simply returns index of a character which we have passed as an argument, and you can see the return type is integer, means it returns a number. So if you want to find the index of a particular character, say I have this character, say A here, or the last character I'll take, that is E here, and I want to check the index of that particular character, then I can use the method that is index of. So let me show you. I'll just remove this, even the for loop. I'll just take a simple system.out print statement, then str dot index of, and in bracket I'll pass the character whose index I want. I'll take a character as, say, okay, I'll take E. Now what do you think it will return? Okay, there is still an error, bracket is missing. So that should return the character position of, index position of character E. Now look at the output, it is returning us 10, that is the index position of character E. Now if you look at this particular string, there are 2 E's in this string. Now you may say whose index position it will return, and it will return the first occurrence of the character, index position of the first occurrence of a given character. Now the first occurrence, first A occurs at this position, you can see here, and its index position is 10. You can count it from the beginning, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So you can even find the index position of a particular character in a string by using index of. Then the next method is toLowerCase. The name itself tells us what it does. It converts the string into a lowercase string. And the next method, similar method we are having, that is toUpperCase. What it does, it is the reverse of lowercase. It converts the string into uppercase. So let us see. Now suppose this Java is awesome, I want to convert it completely into lowercase. I may say to lowercase. Save it and compile and execute. You can see complete lowercase. In original string J is capital, A is capital, but the new string it has J and A in lowercase. So we can convert a string into a lowercase string. Same way, if I want to convert into uppercase, I can use toUpperCase. Now you can see the string is converted into uppercase string. So we have method toUpperCase, toLowerCase. And lastly, the method is method trim. And what it does, method trim simply removes white spaces at the beginning and at the end of a string. In between, white spaces are not removed by method trim. Now let us see. Let's say str.trim. Look at the output of this. Okay, look at the output. Now do you find any changes? The original string is Java is awesome, and what it has written, trim method has written Java is awesome. As I've said, it returns or it trims or it removes white spaces at the beginning and at the end of a string. If you look at our original string, do we have any white spaces at the beginning or at the end of a string? The answer here it is no, and that is the reason the written value is same as the original value. Now suppose if I add some spaces here, even at the beginning, suppose if I add some spaces, and now if I verify the output, you can see there are no spaces at the beginning and at the end because trim has removed the spaces. If I print it without trimming, you can just check. If I print, I haven't used a method trim, I am directly printing the original string here. So how it prints? You can see there are some spaces at the beginning and there are some spaces even not be visible, but there are some spaces even at the end of a string. But if you want to remove that, you can go for trim method, and once you use trim, spaces at the beginning and at the end of a string are removed. Okay, so these are some commonly used string class methods which we have discussed in today's class. Okay, so we will stop here today. Thank you.